All right. Uh think I think we're live. I think we're going. Thank you so much everyone for joining me, coming through. It's probably a bit quiet back here on Amateur Hour Sports. Let's turn it up. Thank you for coming through, hanging out with me tonight. We are back on the channel for today's Raptors versus Charlotte Hornets watch along. We are back on the content after quite a bit of hiatus, honestly, in the end. I apologize for the delays in the content and returning to things. It was not really my fault, but it is what it is. I apologize. We're back, though. We have content going once again. My name is Jacob Gramegna. I am the host here on Amateur Sports. We do content here for the Raptors, if you're new, if you forgot about me. We do content here typically Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays to do Raptors news, updates, coverage, analysis, etc. And we do Raptors watch parties for games like this. In the last 9 days, I have been without a device that will allow me to do the streaming content. Therefore, I have not been able to do anything. So I apologize, everyone, for the delays in the content. I am back today. We are without my normal setup still. It's just I've been here. It's not like I've been away. It's not like I've been busy. I've just been sitting watching Raptors games on my couch because I didn't have a device in order to actually do the streaming content from. I relied heavily on my laptop. My laptop died on me on Monday last week. And I don't have a backup laptop. I don't know who does. Actually, there's a laptop right here. My old MacBook Pro from like 2015, which it can barely run Chrome. It can barely run Chrome, let alone the software I need to actually do YouTube content. So that was out of the question. I would have found a solution. I have a new computer, which I'm streaming from right now. I would have found a solution no matter what for today. Like, today was the day of just like, I am coming back to content today, whether that's my boss offered up one of the work computers to stream from the office if I wanted to do that. That would have been the next, but I got a new computer. It finally came in, and this is where we're at. Here we are. So, anyway, situation as is. Raptors has been doing decently in my absence. We've had there was unfortunate loss to the Denver Nuggets in there, but otherwise it's just been wins for the Raptors. They beat the Magic, they lost to the Nuggets in a game they should have won, and then they beat the Hawks twice in a row. Man, we have really had Atlanta's number this season. It must be said. We have really been all over Atlanta this season. I think that's 4-0. It's going to be against Atlanta in the end. We have really had Atlanta's number. So pretty good in my absence, which has been obviously a very large positive. I've been enjoying, for the first time in a while, just watching games as a fan for a little bit. Not that I don't like you guys. It was just something different for me, some different experience. So I've been chilling. I've been enjoying things, but I wouldn't say, actually, I say chilling. I wouldn't say I've been chilling. I've been pretty antsy and anxious to get back to doing content. I really like doing content, and also just not being available for a week and a half is very annoying to me. I like to stay very dedicated to content. I've had a lot of free time the last week and a half because, again, it's not like I've been busy. I just haven't had a device. When my laptop went to shit, I took it to a repair shop the next day. So here's a timeline of events for the situation for myself. Monday, it would have been before New Year. Monday, 2 Mondays ago, whatever day that would have been, 9 days ago, I got up as normal. I go into the office for most of the day on Monday, but I start the day at my home office, sitting right here. Laptop plugged in, working from my laptop, doing work. I got the stream scheduled for the Raptors Happy Hour at 5 p.m. I got the watch along scheduled for later that night against the Magic. As usual, did my work as usual. Got to the office, started doing one of in the middle of a live show I was doing, which was from a laptop, from a computer in the office. I was looking to get some notes from my laptop, and my laptop just wouldn't turn on, and it was having a lot of issues. And I troubleshot it after that. Wasn't working, so I had to cancel all the streams. Next day, brought it into a repair shop. They were supposed to call me back on Wednesday, the day after. I had to call them on Monday this week because they still hadn't gotten back to me. They think they've diagnosed the problem. They were supposed to call me today to confirm what the problem was. They didn't call me today. I don't know what kind of work this company will do. However, they are very uncommunicative. Is that a word? Yes, it is. Unwilling to talk or impart. Well, I don't know about that, but they haven't been very communicative with me. It's been very frustrating kind of dealing with it because I don't care if it takes a week to fix or if it takes a week for a part to come in to try and fix. That's cool. Don't tell me you're going to call me the day after or 2 days later. Don't tell me you're going to call me a certain day and not call me a certain day. That just pisses me off. So anyways, for all the information I gathered with research and through ChatGPT, quite honestly, deduced that probably near the end of the line of that laptop anyways. So decided to go out and get a new computer. This computer arrived on Monday. I had a chance to set it up for the Monday stream. I decided to wait to try and get more information out of my current laptop. Mainly, I wanted to get the SSD card back, the memory card back, so I'd have all my files to be able to set up the stream because all the files are used for the background and stuff for stream. I don't have with me. So it's going to be a pretty bare bones stream for today. This is going to be this screen share. It's not going to look the prettiest today just because I don't have my files. And I didn't have enough time to set them all up today. But anyways, new computer is in place. I got a mini PC instead of going laptop route this time. But I don't want to pay for a screen or a keyboard or the portability when I don't really take it many places. I have a keyboard. I have monitors. So I just decided to go mini PC this time. I just want to get the big thing. I want the SSD. I want the memory card back so that I can get all my files off and all of the graphics and visuals for streams and stuff. So for the rest of this week, I'll do the watch alongs this week. Monday, I'll start the Raptors Happy Hour streams back up again. I'll figure out a way. I'll build out new graphics if I have to. But Monday we'll get back to normal content. Just for the rest of this week, we'll just be doing the watch parties, just because it's pretty big hassle right now. I'm gonna call the computer store. I'm gonna call the repair store tomorrow. I'm gonna tell them just fuck off with basically fuck off. Stop trying to fix. I'm done. I'm done with this. Just give me the SSD and let's move on with things. Maybe I can sell the laptop for parts. I don't know. I want the SSD. I'm going to tell them, get me the SSD ASAP and figure it out. I value just being communicative and sticking to your word. If you say, I'm going to call you this day, call me that day. So I'm not going to bring it back to the place. It was not Canada Computers. It was a local place in Toronto. I will not be returning to that place for any further computer repair needs, just because I just want to know what's going on, and they weren't able to provide that simple request. So hopefully they can give me my freaking SSD. If there's an issue, I'm just going to go get it and bring it somewhere else. I will go to Canada Computers if that's the case. Anyways, that's been the circus I've been dealing with. So I apologize for the lack of content. I apologize for being missing all this time. Also, it was right on the back of the holidays when I was away for a lot of games because I was not home. That I was actually busy for, but here I am today. We got the Raptors in action against these Charlotte Hornets. Definitely a winnable game for the Raptors. However, we're in Charlotte. Charlotte had beaten us twice this season. On top of that, Charlotte have been kind of, like low-key, pretty good lately. Definitely have been pretty good lately. Like, not really any other way to spin it. They've been playing good ball, and their defense been good. They've already beaten us twice. This is not going to be an easy game. The Raptors are slightly favored away from home, but this is a tough game. It's in the end. So we'll see if the Raptors can find a way to win this game. I still think they're good enough to win it. I still think they will win it, but it's not going to be like as easy of a game as we might have thought it could have been when you see the Charlotte Hornets on your schedule, for sure. Anyways, guys, let's dig into things here. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for not forgetting about me. I'm so sorry. I wish I could have continued to provide content and keep engaged. I felt just very disconnected from everything. I played so much PS5 in the last week and a half. I'm a very big workhorse. My friends complain about how busy I am. My fiance acknowledges, not complains, but acknowledges how frequently I work. There are some days it's got to 5 p.m. some days, and it's like I don't have anything to do. I played a lot of PS5, which it's not a problem. I enjoy playing PS5. I ripped through a ton of the Ghost of Yote storyline. Fired up pro clubs with my friends, which pained me to give EA more of my money, but it was half off, and I game shared, so I basically got it for a quarter of the price. It's been me following the Raptors as a fan for the first time in a long time, and I've excitedly watched a couple big wins against the Atlanta Hawks. I'm excitedly watching the trade news. We're going to cover all the trade stuff on this channel going forward. But let's see what's up to the people in the chat. We have Furwini Burhan, sorry. Hopefully I said that right, says joining us here. Finally, Jacob, yes, finally, we're back. Thank you for coming through. How am I? I'm doing well. I'm refreshed, I got to say. I think I'm less than refreshed. I think refreshed was like after the holidays. You know what? After the holidays, I actually probably could have used like another few days. I got like after the holidays, going back to where I was kind of like, kind of needed like, holidays are one thing. I needed like holidays at home doing nothing. And I think I got more than enough of that. If I'd got like an extra 3 days from the laptop, I probably would have felt really good. I'm a little more stressed that I've just missed like a lot of the season, like a chunk of the season here. Anyways, I'm feeling good. You went to watch Raptors vs. Hawks. Well, whichever one you saw, Christian, you had a fun time because they won both games in comfortable fashion. Q-Man says, welcome back. We missed your aura. Not necessarily a word I'd use for myself, but I thank you. Nonetheless, appreciate that. Just notification, Donovan Mitchell's healthy. Are the Cavs playing today? No. I was about to update my fantasy team. Hence why I mentioned that. Is Wemby playing? Wemby may not play. Do I trust Wemby to play? Second day back-to-back. I'm actually not. I'm actually not going to trust that. Let's get Payne Watson in there. Anyways. Keep moving. Smart and Sharma joining us. What's good? Thank you for coming back. Welcome. Danbury Sports Sites, always present. Thank you for coming through. Phoenix says, David Davis doesn't mind being traded here. If you're a fan of an Anthony Davis trade, I think you should start to get a little bit excited because, it's trade talks are rumbling. The discourse is rumbling around Anthony Davis and the Raptors. It's looking like a distinct possibility, not a probability in the sense of being probable, but it is certainly a distinct possibility at this point that is a trade that could go down. We'll see. I'm still not like completely sold on it just because like I just need to know how much the Raptors are giving up. I don't want to give up, like the entire future, essentially. I don't want the future of the franchise being on Anthony Davis. I'd obviously like Anthony Davis, but like the future of the franchise, I do not want to be staked completely into Anthony Davis coming to the team. I'm trying to sign into TSN. Some issues. Oh, no. Let's shoot. No, we're good. We're good. I'm on TSN. I have to sign into all these freaking accounts again because I'm on the new computer. Anyways, Gregory joining us says, are we going to pull the trigger on AD? We are a totally different team if we do that. Yes. They're looking at it, and I saw reports today that the Raptors are continuing to be mentioned in the Domantas Sabonis situation. I do not want to make that trade particularly much. Everything's dependent on the price. If you get Sabonis for, like, expiring contracts in a second, okay, like, sure. I don't want to. That's not a player I want to go all out for. But as for, like, AD, like, I'd be willing to stake quite a bit into getting that. But again, I don't want to lose everything. Essentially, trying to make that trade happen. Atlanta been getting belt to ass. Phoenix says. I mean, from us, they have been. Yeah, Raptors locked them up the other day, which is great. Speaking of Hawks, Trae Young on the trade block. I haven't seen the Raptors directly mentioned in that sort of sweepstake, if we'll call it that. Trae Young said today that the Washington Wizards are his preferred destination. That's a strange one. I guess what it comes down to is who's the most likely team to give him max contract into the season when his contract, he's a player option. Maybe it's Washington. Maybe that's his thought process for that one there. This team with healthy AD is contending for the East. I'm not quite convinced about that. I don't look at this like automatic contender trade for that's also part of my hesitancy. But we'll see if it can be a good trade. Greg says we shouldn't go for Trae. AD all the way. Trae would be a game killer, and Scott would have to cover him on defensive side of the ball. Let me tell you something about our current point guard, because it's not like Scott isn't having to cover his ass as well. Trae's a big upgrade over the one we got right now. I'm with my glasses, so I can't read it. AD makes Scotty so much better. I can see. I can see both players. Like Trae Young's play. Trae Young is one of the best offensive playmakers in the NBA. So having that that's just going to only help Scotty and Ingram on offense. Defensively, like, you really need to have a lot of cover for Trae. Like, you just have to accept he's a horrific defender. He is. Tough to, like, make up for that when RJ Barrett and Brandon Ingram are also on the court. So it's like a lot of workload goes to Scotty Barnes and anyone else. So I see the reservations against Trae, but, like, if it's 1 or 2 picks, you're getting one of the best offensive playmakers in the NBA. A guy who can give you high 20 points per game, up to 10 assists per game. Like, that's really good. AD kind of concerns me with his offensive fit, but with so much talent, you kind of hope to get around it a little bit. See how I said I bought my monitor from Canon Computers. I got mine. So when I got my new computer, I had to get. I had one monitor previously, which is now here. I used to have monitor here, and a laptop here on a stand, so it acted as my second monitor. Since I switched to a mini PC instead of a laptop, I had to buy a second monitor. I just bought this most recent one from Best Buy. I got like an open box one off Best Buy, which matches my. Basically, it's a newer version of the monitor I already had. So they're like the same size and they look great together. I'm so far pleased with the way the stream is holding up. I was a little bit worried. This PC, unfortunately, I cannot afford to match, let alone upgrade on the laptop that died on me. I've made a pretty not a significant, but like I've made like quite a what's the right word? It's a downgrade. This PC is a downgrade to the laptop I had previously. So I'm happy that it's holding up very well on the internet side of things as of right now. That is a good sign to start things off here. But I got everything from Best Buy. I caught, thankfully, when my laptop died, I still caught the last day of a Boxing Week sale, which is also partially why I got the computer so early, which is good because it's all set up and I'm able to actually work today. I told you guys, I don't have my files from my previous laptop. I need them to recover that. I think Phoenix said in chat you should back them up in Google Drive. Obviously hindsight's 2020. I should have backed up the files. I didn't. When I get all my files back, I hopefully will. I will have a USB with all of the files necessary to stream from a different setup going forward. And I will back up my files more regularly. I've learned my lesson. You live and you learn. But New Year's curse has struck twice in a row. It might be a curse. Last year, right before New Year's, the YouTube account got hacked, which you're currently watching on. I was able to thankfully recover it, thanks to some very swift response from YouTube support, honestly, which surprised me. I got very lucky there. This year, my laptop dies on me. So once a year, end of year, just get prepared for the end of 2026. Something funky is going to happen to myself. Wizards have rolled out Corey Kispert and CJ McCollum for tonight's game in 76ers. Oh boy, that's fishy. That's real fishy, Phoenix. That reeks of fish. Earlier today, Atlanta said they'd be interested in Corey Kispert in a trade. CJ McCollum financially helps it. That the Trae Young trade may go down tonight. Looking like that way with those guys ruled out. If we're reading between the lines a little bit. Pickleball Pats, welcome back. We've had a good stretch. We have indeed. I've enjoyed watching it on the couch. Felt weird, but enjoyed it nonetheless. Who is Raptors getting from the trade down? We'll see. Who are the Raptors? I don't know, Christian. We'll see. Could be small trade, could be big trade. We will see. We don't need any more stars past their prime. Come in here, 80's injured every 2 games. Let me tell you about our current center. Because if 80's injured every 2 games, that's a hell of a lot less games missed than the guy we have right now. All this time about 80 injuries. He's injured just as much as Jakob Poeltl. So, at a certain point, I'd rather the Anthony Davis be the guy waiting to come back than Jakob Poeltl. You can make a strong case there. Phoenix says he got a contract extension lined up in DC. Also, the DC area is nice to live in. Plus, the fit with Sar. The fit with Sar. I don't know what I don't think. See, I talked about this. I know a guy who's like a bit of a Hawks fan, and I asked him about Trae Young and what's going on, and like, why Trae Young's very good. Why are the Hawks playing way better without him? And why do you want to, like, he was asking me, why the hell does Trae Young want to go to the Wizards? I think we're really lying to ourselves if we say that this decision from Trae Young is anything other than a financially driven one. There is no way Trae Young is looking at this Wizards team like, oh, whoo, Alex Sarr, yeah, that's who I want to link up with. Like, I'm not trying to disrespect. I value Alex Sarr. I think he's got good potential. I value Trey Johnson. I think he's got good potential. I very much value Keyshawn George. I think he has good potential. Bilal Coulibaly, all that. There's like something potentially starting to be possibly brewing, It could be something that could get going. Like, there's pieces there. I don't think Trae Young is looking at that thinking like, oh, I'm going to lock it. That's the place I want to be. I think this is purely, where is the most likely place that I'm going to get a max contract? Probably Washington. And that's probably what the decision came down to. Trey Murphy would be miraculous, but probably pretty pricey. I don't think Trey Murphy is going to happen for us, unfortunately. Greg says if we sign AD, that would signal we're going for it. Why else would we get 80 otherwise? So this indicate other moves. If we're trading for AD, obviously we're trying to win, But I already think we are trying to win, for sure. CMB starting again for the Raptors. They haven't quite locked down like who the extra starter is when one of their starters is injured. CMB has played really well lately. He was great against the Hawks the other day, so good decision to start him again. And looking like a solid pick. The guys around him, Kama Malawach, Noah Songe. CMB's looking like a much better selection than those guys as of right now. Talon Pottle says, do you know you look like Nathan Lucas, kind of? I've gotten that before. I've gotten it once before. That's the second time. I am aware a little bit, just because this is the second time. I don't look more like anyone than Cam Skattebo, New York Giants running back. I see photos of Cam Skattebo and sometimes think they're photos of me. I'm not joking. Like, I didn't believe in this doppelganger nonsense until I saw a photo of Cam Skattebo. It's unbelievable, the similarities between myself and him, which maybe not right now with my hat on and my beard a bit longer, but the Cam Skattebo look-alike. You've got him right here. Anyways, game has begun. We got the Raptors starting the ball. I'm going to get the scoreboard up for y'all. It's big on the bottom of the screen for today as we navigate through the change setup. No good from the Raptors to start. There we go. Game clock synced up right here. Easy to follow with myself as the Hornets look to get their game going. Diabate to LaMelo Ball. Long range three. Doesn't go. Rebound by RJ Barrett. Want Mo Bamba back. I think the Raptors will get Mo Bamba back. I think they decided they hadn't seen enough to commit to him for the rest of the season, so they've waived him here. They can still bring him back on a 10-day contract. If that goes well, they can bring him back on another 10-day contract, and at that point, they'll have had 20 additional days to evaluate him and decide they want to proceed with him for the rest of the season. Jakob got a worse back than my grandmother. I'm not as Scotty Barnes finished there, I'm not completely against the idea just leave him out until he's good, because there's no sense of having him playing at half strength, half back. Have him back closer to full strength so that he can actually contribute to the team. RJ Barrett, corner three, doesn't go. Considering Barrett has missed a bunch of games, Jakob Poeltl has not been healthy at all this season. Considering that, 22-15 is the record right now, I believe it is. Or it's 22. It's 22-15, right? Yeah. It's been very impressive. They're 2 games back of second of these. It's very impressive what the Raptors are doing in this season. You're liking your scorebook. It's very nice. Thank you. It is the same one that I had before my laptop broke. It just was smaller. But I will hopefully revert back to normal when the computer store fucking calls me and deals with my fucking laptop. Anyways. You should go walk around MetLife with a Skattebo jersey. If I'm in New York, maybe. It is pretty funny when you see content like that. First of all, I'm not significant. I'm quite a bit taller than Cam Skattebo. Second of all, when I see people wearing their lookalikes jerseys, I remember the Toronto Raptors championship parade. There was a guy who looked like not even really like Kawhi, very marginally like Kawhi. As Knipples say, we're in a hole here. It's 11-2. Gotta get going here. This Hornets team's been hot lately. What was I gonna say? Right, the lookalikes. There was a guy at the Raptors parade who kind of looked like Kawhi, and he was in a full Kawhi jersey and shorts at the parade. And a bunch of people were trying to get photos with him because they thought it was Kawhi. The amount of people who think professional athletes just walk around in their jersey is crazy. It's just absurd. Why? I think I saw Jaylen Brown one this week. If it wasn't Jaylen Brown, it was somebody else. But what was the most astonishing thing about it was how many people genuinely believed that this professional athlete would just walk through the streets of their city in their own jersey. A pro athlete is wearing a jersey when he's on the court. That's it. He's never going to wear the jersey otherwise. That was just silly. Anyways. Let's get in the game here. Raptors down 11-2 to start the game. They have struggled to generate the offense. Diabate has been a bit of a thorn in our sides to start the game. And I remember a couple games ago against Hornets, he was fantastic in limiting what the Raptors could do. But remember, this is a Hornets team that absolutely blew out OKC last time out. Like, blew out OKC. And has been they've been better lately. They have been winning games. They've been stingy on defense. They've been good lately. Sneaky good. So it's not like this wasn't a losable game for the Raptors. The spread was very, very tight for this game. When I checked, it was 2 in favor of the Raptors. So not at all a routine operation. Yeah. 2.5 for the spread. Not at all routine for the Raptors. Con is a Booker clone. That's a good comparison. Con was very good. I would say if Rookie of the Year is given out, he'd be it right now. I believe Flag is favored, and part of that is there's a lot of season to go, and you'd expect kind of Coop to. He's been playing better to keep it going. Let me see. Yeah, Cooper Flag is a monster favorite right now. Oh, I don't know if I support that, but and granted, I'm not watching a ton of Dallas right now. Bama didn't get a chance to actually play. Darko must have not been impressed in practice. I agree, Steve. As a fan, you always kind of want to see it on the court to confirm it. Big, yeah, this guy can't play. You're right. But they see it behind the scenes. Like, if the Raptors seem so devoid of center depth and size, saw Mo Bamba in practice and went, there's no way we can play this guy, there must be a very large reason why. At the end of the day, if you're getting signed out of the G League, there's probably a reason you're in the G League to begin with. There's not some, like, player from, high-quality NBA minutes guy. A guy who can eat up high-quality NBA minutes just sitting in the G League. That's just extraordinarily rare. Anyways, out of timeout. Raptors looking for some offense, but Barnes turns it over. It's stolen away. Knipple, other side for the Hornets. Sends it out to Bridges. Now LaMelo for the long 3. Off the mark. Rebound, Scotty Barnes. Murray Boyles, baseline J doesn't go. Alamdar says, Con will grow into a Raptor killer. Already won his rookie season. I think Con Knipple's just good at basketball and is good against every team. I don't think, Kevin Durant's a Raptor killer because he's just really good when we play him. It's just, it's Kevin Durant. He's always really good. A Raptor killer is a guy like a Jeremy Lamb who will have an outlier performance very consistently against the Raptors. You know what I'm saying? Mo Bamba was probably a solid piece to take a look at, but the Raptors didn't like enough of what they saw, or they want more flexibility, as Quickly hits a much needed 3. I don't have my sound board here today, actually, so no sound for today. Yeah, when I think of Raptor, I think of Semi Ojeleye. I think of, honestly, for a while, Peyton Pritchard, but he's just kind of good now. I definitely think of Jeremy Lamb. I'll never, man, that Semi Ojeleye season, just the types of games we saw. Honestly, a lot of Raptor killers are Celtics guys. I think they stick out. Like in the playoffs, Brad Wanamaker was killing us in some games. But man, Semi Ojeleye in the bubble was just ridiculous against the Raptor. Oh my god. Can you think of any other Raptor killers? Daniel Ty. Yeah, I think a lot of them are just Celtics. Semi Ojeleye was extreme, but a lot of Raptor killers are Celtics. When you play against a team 4 times and you don't like them, it sticks out more. He is averaging 21 on 50% from 3 against us, despite also being great in general. Yeah, look, I'm not diminishing that he's been great against us. A 3-game sample size for a very good player, you're going to get numbers like that. I just think he's extremely good, When I think of Raptor killer, I'm talking about a role player that has this super outlier performance consistently against us. That's what I meant. Anyways, it's James in the corner. Yep. Knocks down for the Hornets. It's 14-6 for the Hornets. The Raptors trying to carve their way back into things right now. Struggling heavily to start. Barnes backing down Diabate, taking it to him. Doesn't go. Gets his own miss. Had to really work for that. Barrett has it in the corner to Quickly. Up fake. Inside. Out to Barrett. Not a lot of space for three. Doesn't go. Murray Boyles hauls in the rebound and is fouled by Knippel on his way back up and is going to head to the line. Hornets defense very much dialed in here. Like Raptors, not a bad set. Just couldn't get any good looks going. Imagine Atlanta has to dump a second notch. I think Trae Young's fetching draft capital. Like it might even be 2 picks. I think the Hawks are getting picks for Trae. Like they got, didn't they get 3 first for DeJounte Murray? And the difference is DeJounte Murray is terrible at basketball, and they got like a bunch of picks for him. So I can only imagine what they'd get for a player who's like actually good, like Trae Young. Murray Boyles, 2 for 2 at the line, 14-8 as LaMelo Ball brings it forward here. Trae is viewed like Wash Kemba right now. I disagree. I think he's getting picks. 2 max. Depending on the quality of the picks, as LaMelo fires up another 3. Man, keep on shooting LaMelo. This is going well for us. Out of bounds for Raptors ball. I think he'll get at least 1, but I think he could get 2, even from Washington. They're saying the Hawks might have to give up a first. If it's C.J. McCollum, Corey Kispert, there's no way the Hawks. There's no way it's that bad. Listen, I say no. I'd be stunned. I'd really be stunned. If they had to give a first get off Trae, I'd just genuinely be stunned. What's the point even at that point? Like Corey Kispert to C.J. McCollum, what's the point? Just keep Trae until the end of the season and let him walk. There's no need to pay to get off of that. Miles Bridges for 3 doesn't go. Rebound by CMB. A rental. I don't think he's a rental. Everyone always says he's a rental this, rental that. Like, if the team's trading for a guy like Trae Young, he's signing with them. They know that. He knows that. They know that. He's coming back. Raptors, what a run. 14-14. Started 11-2 down. Have since rallied back. And have it at 14-14. So offense has clicked into gear. Defense has done the same. And here we are. I don't think Trae Young's cooked. He's been hurt this year. I think there are multiple all-star appearances in the future. Although with the Wizards, maybe diminishing that. I respect Trae Young tremendously as a basketball talent. So maybe I'm overrating him. Is the story of the year so far CMB? I wouldn't go that far. Story of the year, it's probably, I would say story of Raptors probably Scotty Barnes' leap or Brandon Ingram's play. Like, Scotty Barnes playing like a bona fide all-star defensive player of the year candidate. That's bigger for me, to be honest. Undersized guards age badly after 30. I can't think of many. I can only think of examples that go against that, to be honest. Like, if you're really good, you're just really good. I'm thinking of, like, Kemba Walker, who still had good years after he turned 30. Kyle Lowry, Fred VanVleet. Like, Fred VanVleet's still really good. I know he tore his ACL. Chris Paul. Can't really, top of my head, would say there's no correlation there, to be honest. Undersized guards, no defense. I don't know. Feels like we're like looking for a reason to not like it when we say that. They play guard at a high level. Like, so does Trae Young. Trae Young's an exceptional playmaker. Oh, maybe I just overrate him. We'll see. I'd be definitely pleased to have him on this team. And yeah, you're right. Most guys play defense. He can't, but I don't know. Anyways, back into the game here. We'll see what happens with Trae. Doesn't look like he's coming to the Raptors. Is he playing tonight, by the way? The Hawks are playing tonight, if I'm not mistaken. No, he is out. Trae Young is out. Trae Young's out. Corey Kispert's out. CJ McCollum's out. It's all coming together. .538 to go in the first here. Raptors fought back, down 11-2, now tied at 14. RJ finding Brandon Ingram. Turning around off of Sexton. Cannot convert the mid-range jumper. I thought that was one that's going to fall. We have Salon on the court for the Hornets, and he turns it over right away. So Salon, I know he's been better lately, but it is not trending in the right direction for his career. Yeah, it's not looking like a... It's looking like one of the selections in NBA history, even though he was a 6th overall pick. Definitely one of the selections ever made. Ingram at the line, converts both. It's 16-14 for the Raptors. And as Matty D points out in the booth, it's a 14-3 run for Toronto in the last 4.5 minutes. Would be on defense. At least the length is there to guard a team, but he's not good. Individuals we're talking about. You can't have him with guard or Trae. Yeah, I see like the issues that present themselves defensively with Trae. But if it's a cut price deal, I'd be interested. Just, again, it doesn't look like it's going to materialize anyways for the Raptors. Like, small guards can be successful. Jamal Shead has looked quite good for the Raptors, and he's definitely undersized. I don't really see him progressing as Jacoby Walter knocks down a 3. I don't really see him progressing beyond being like a high-quality backup point guard, but there's definitely quality there. Shad plays defense. Doesn't really do much on offense. I think it just feels to me like a lot of people are trying to find things negative about Trae Young when there are a lot of positives there. Murray boils for 3, rims away. Raptors up 19-14. They're on a 17-3 run here. Sexton trying to go at Mamu Kelishvili, And he draws the foul. Should head to the line here. Replicate Boston. Everyone should be able to guard in some context. That's ideal, obviously, but you can't pick and choose players that become available. But there is a player with extreme talent levels in Trae Young that's available right now. If you can get him at a cut price deal in terms of what you're giving up and the value of the player getting back, it could be worth it. Enemy of 322. You think the Raptors got this? Yeah, I think so. I think they'll win, but it's a tight game. This is a very losable game. Hornets have been great lately. Shed in the corner to Walter for 3. This time he cannot convert. Hornets pushing the pace other side of the floor with Sexton. Hand off to Knipple. 3 ball over top of Ingram. May have gotten blocked. But it's an offensive rebound, second chance possession for the Hornets. Cannot convert with Sexton or down low. Shed for 3, looking to make them pay. Cannot finish it off. 19-16 Raptors. Sexton finding some room. Driving. Blocked by Brandon Ingram. 5-on-4 for the time being. Jacoby Walter for 3. Cannot convert this one either. And Green has it now for Charlotte. Raptors 2 of 10 from 3 in this game. Part of a Trae Young trade for the Raptors as well. You're getting off Emmanuel quickly if you do it, which is a bit of a positive, it seems, right now, on top of things. Or I won't pay the tax. Getting Trae AD would just make the Raptors top heavy with no bench depth. All good free agents don't sign in Toronto. I don't really know the correlation to the things mentioned in the comment. They won't pay tax, so they don't have to. They can make this trade and get out of the tax. Free agents sign in Toronto. I don't know what has to do with anything, but they would be sort of top heavy. But yeah, you'd have Brandon Ingram and Barnes have played like all-stars this year. You'd add in theory, a third all-star caliber player. Yeah, if you have 3 really good players, you're going to be top heavy, but you also have 3 really good players if you do that. AD healthy would be sick, make us contender. I'm not convinced. I mean, if he's healthy, he's playing every game, sure. But he's not, and we know that. We got to manage expectations there. Trae, RJ, BI, Scotty, whoever the 5. Pirtle, hopefully healthy when he comes back. You're lacking defense, for sure. Trae Young's on your team. You just have to accept you're not going to be a top 8 defense, The Raptors this season have been mostly middle of the pack, maybe a little bit upper of that. You're just going to have to accept your defense is not going to be your strong suit, but good Lord, the offense on that unit might make up for it. Barnes to Shed. Nice pass inside to Mamu in the corner. Walter. Back up top to Barnes. Raptors with some space here. Barnes takes advantage. Puts it off the glass. And really like the desire from Barnes to get to the rim there. Put it off the backboard. Rather than he could have stopped in mid-range and taken a jumper. Found the high percentage look down low that we want to see more often. Salon for 3. Way off the mark. It's an air ball. Well short of the bucket. Barnes on the other side. Spins off Salon using the strength. And Salon cannot compete. 23-17 for the Raptors. Gobert should be front runner for DPOI. It's Chet by a lot. If Chet gets injured, Gobert should be the front runner. Green for 3 for the Hornets and responds. Knocks it down 23-20 in the game now. 1:33 to go in the first. Mamu handoff to Grady Dick, who's in the game. Up fake. Hands off to Walter. Now to Shed. Raptors in the 4+1 lineup here. Barnes with the 4 bench players. Grady spins to the rim. Cannot finish. And it's out of bounds off Grady himself for a Hornets ball. If you guys are enjoying the stream so far, take a moment to hit the like button. We're back in the channel. I've worked very hard to get back here, so I'd appreciate some support by hitting the like button. An offensive foul against Bridges. Sends it the other way. Shed bringing over half court. 3 for 2 opportunity. Raptors not going to utilize. Really. Mamu. Doesn't go there. We got Sexton on the ball here. Walter, the defender. Sexton up top to Bridges. Yanks a long 3. Doesn't go. Raptors do well to box out, but an offensive foul. Sorry, loose ball foul call. I didn't see a foul there. Commend. There's 3 Raptors who converged the rim for that rebound, but it did not look like a foul was committed here. Jack Arms says correct call. I don't know about that. So McNeely will head to the line for the Hornets from the loose ball foul, because loose ball fouls do count towards the bonus. If we did get Trey, it would be definitely more fun to watch. And same if we got AD. It'd be really exciting to watch in the present. Worked hard, spent money. Thanks you. Oh, thank you for watching, guys. I did spend money. It was not cheap buying a new computer, and doing it right after Christmas was just awful timing for having just spent a bunch of money on gifts. But we move. Hopefully the computer treats me well. Barnes attacking right to the rim again and finishing. He's been excellent lately in doing that. He's been much more willing to find the more difficult but more efficient shot. More difficult in the sense of it's more difficult to get the shot. It's an easier shot to hit once you get there, though. Yeah, Yak, we've missed him, but we've been able to win in spite of his absences and his poor play. CMB's play well late, and the Raptors in the first up 25-22 here. So let's dig into the box score again. Pretty bare bones setup for today. So apologize for the way it looks aesthetically. I'll try, and it's not up to me. I literally can't. Well, I guess I could rebuild all of the setups. That would just be kind of a lot of time spent poorly if I'm just going to get the memory card back from my previous laptop. I just need it back at some point. And again, they were supposed to freaking call me today and didn't. But anyways, I'll get it all back under the proper aesthetics once I receive the SSD. Anyways, for the time being, bare bones stuff's not going to look great. Just bear with me. Pickleball Pat says, start a laptop fund. Let's go. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. No alerts flying up on screen today because I didn't have enough time to set it up, but we here. But thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. Happy New Year to you, Steve Stevens, as well. Happy New Year to all of you. I don't think I've seen you since New Year's. Anyways, let's dig into the box score for the first half. This is where, yeah, it doesn't look great. Just harsh angles and everything, but we'll just have to deal with it. We'll just have to deal with it for today. Anyways, so Sky Barnes on 8 points, and like I said, I really liked how he's being aggressive and finding these good looks. He's working his way to the rim. He's hustling. He's not settling for these lesser opportunities in mid-range. So I like that from him. Brandon Ingram hasn't quite gotten going yet. He's 2 of 6. Quickly, 2 of 2 to start the game. RJ Barrett not quite going yet. Jacoby's got the only points off the bench as a whole for the Raptors. 38% from the field, 20% from 3. Not really going to cut it. Hornets shooting 26% from the field, 36% from 3. This has been ugly from an offensive standpoint, hasn't it? That is real. That is real ugly for sure. Anyways, back to proceedings. LaMelo Ball gets her in and finishes to start off the second. You can write off laptop on the taxes. I can write this computer off for tax purposes. Yes, that is correct. I use it for my normal job and for this, which I can write stuff off because this is part of my income. So, yes, I will be able to write off the laptop. Sorry, not a laptop. I have a mini PC now. My laptop previously, I now have a mini PC, and yes, I can write it off for tax purposes. Don't you have a Fred VanVleet signed jersey or ball? I do have a Fred VanVleet signed ball. It is right here. This one's Fred VanVleet. This one is Pascal Siakam. Those are the 2 we got. The Fred VanVleet one was a gift by a friend. Great gift. The Siakam one I bought 4 or 5 years ago now. Thank God Scotty fixed the shot diet. Jimbo says last year had me scared. Agreed. There was a pocket mid-December where those bad habits were starting to come back, and thankfully it's been addressed and it's been better. Scotty out to RJ for 3. He can't get himself going. Off the mark there. Raptors up by 3. LaMelo looking for a screen. Nothing coming. So he gets past Emmanuel quickly here. Misses the tough layup. Diabate hauls in the offensive rebound. Hornets working around to McNeely for 3. Ties the game up at 27. Gregory says, is CMB flashing a higher potential ceiling for you, or is he about what you expected? Definitely better than expected. The fact that there's already like signs of a 3-ball coming makes obviously increases ceiling. But as surprising as that's been, I think the most surprising aspect of his game is just how smart he is. He's always making the right plays. Looks like a very high quality role player in the future with an opportunity to maybe be a starter in the right situation somewhere. It's just tough. If he can shoot, if he gets a shot that's reliable from 3, which is a long way away from happening and maybe doesn't happen at all, that is a guy that can fit in a lot of teams around the NBA for how good he is on defense and how switchable he is. I think that's the pathway to starting in the future. For now, higher quality bench piece is what I see for him. Ceiling is definitely an excellent 5th man starter, dependent on the 3-ball. He could be another OG. Yes, it is a little lazy to, not roasting or anything, but it is a little lazy to just make a guy who can play switchable defense and shoot 3s OG Anunoby, right? But there are certainly some traits and similarities between the two. But pretty much any switchable forward who can shoot, you are OG Anunoby. I haven't really watched commercials in a while. We're getting some new ones out here. This one sucks. This Hyundai one is terrible. When I'm watching it on in normal, I'm watching on the couch, I'm on my phone for commercials. If CMB was 6'9", 6'10", he would have easily gone top 5. I don't know about easily, but if he possessed these qualities and he could like legitimately play center, there might have been a larger market for him. He possessed the qualities of a tremendous center, other than he's just a little short. So there's just other aspects of his game he's got to develop to be more perimeter-centric. If it were the true and teams want one of these young players, which young player would you rather keep, Grady or Jacoby? A great question. I think there's a bit more to Walter's game just because you can trust him more defensively. I'd unfortunately move on from Grady Dick. But, like, if one or the other is what's stopping the trade from getting done, it's not stopping it for me. I'd be okay either way. That's a good question, though. I'd like to hear everyone else's answers in the chat. If you had, like, let's say a trade is going to happen, the Raptors have a big contract, picks, and they need to add in a young player, has to be either Grady Dick or Jacoby Walter. Who would you move? You do not want to see cheeseburger commercials. I mean, I wouldn't mind looking at some cheeseburgers. It'd make me hungry, though. Problem with the holidays, I still haven't snapped out of it yet. Over the holidays and like New Year's and stuff, I eat a lot more than I typically would. Not a lot more, but just more. I'm snacking more. I'm having bigger meals. It's really hard after that to successful challenge by the Raptors. So trying to challenge. Anyways, it's hard to go back to my pretty like strict 3 meals plus a snack, 2,000 calories a day, when I've been kind of eating more frivolously, we'll say, for like 2-3 weeks in a row. Because I had dinner right before this, and damn it, I'm fucking hungry right now. And I could go for a freaking cheeseburger, that's for sure. Quickly on it. Try to get to the rim. Finds Barnes inside, or I don't know if it was like a poor shot, but I think it was just a poor shot that Barnes wrestled away and then was able to draw a foul from. So 27-27, Scotty Barnes going to head to the line. Grady's more disposable. Is that what we're saying? It's a shame, isn't it? Shit. Quickly for 3 doesn't go. I actually zoomed in too much in the chat. And now I can't read it. And I can't zoom out. Sexton for 3. Got it. Don't know how to fix this. Oh, I got it. We're good. What if yelling actually helps draw fouls? From my experience playing soccer, it does. Definitely. Like, definitely. But it mustn't in basketball. I'm sorry, but it just does. Yelling in pain has to 100% at least help a little bit getting a foul call. And the worst, it's not making you less likely to get a foul. I've gone carnivore for a few weeks. I'm using the air fryer a lot. Interesting. Carnivore is not for me, but I know of people who have had success with the carnivore diet, where anyone doesn't know, you're just eating meat. I mix it up. I think the biggest thing when I'm like actually tracking what I'm eating is I have way less carbs than I would typically do if I'm like, holidays, snacking and all that. So just got to get used to the lack of food again. (30-30) in this one here. McNeely at the line again for the Hornets. Should I give them the lead? Reminder, if you guys are enjoying the stream content, please take a moment to hit the like button. McNeely makes a second free throw, so he gives the Hornets a 1-point advantage, 31-30. RJ Barrett coming over half court. Hand off to Quickly for 3. Doesn't go. Rebound Bridges. Been a very inefficient game from both teams so far. So if one team's offense can start to turn the screw, they could really start to make a run here. LaMelo trying to work for an opportunity. Doesn't go. RJ did well to take away any opportunity there. Barnes hustling on the side. In the corner, Grady Dick up top to Quickly. Now back out to Abaji. Trying to play a give and go with Barnes. It's deflected out for a Raptors ball with 13 on the shot clock. Loads of time. Add in some roasted green beans and carrots to the mix. I am a very big eater of green beans. Basically, every meal I have, so other than breakfast is always like same, like eggs, toast, some other stuff. Anyways, pretty much every other meal I have is 150 to like 180 grams of meat, whether it be ground beef, chicken, could be like a can of tuna. 2 slices of light rye bread, like small slices, or maybe one of them a day is a tortilla. Some toppings, and then like green beans on the side. They recently changed. So I used to like eat like maybe 20% green beans. 20% of my meals would have side of green. 80% would be Brussels sprouts. I always bought these frozen Brussels sprouts. They were out of the store for like weeks, and I couldn't find them. Frozen Brussels sprouts. Bridges is a 3 there. And when they came back in stock, they had changed the packaging. There's now way less Brussels sprouts in the bag for the same price. The bag itself is worse. And I swear they changed the Brussels sprouts they were sourcing because these ones taste worse. They have ruined my typical side. No potatoes for me. So I don't know. I might be swapping to broccoli more often now. But green beans are a staple in my eating habits. Anyways, 36-30. This is an unfortunate performance, to be honest, from both teams. Quickly has it. Finds RJ. Back out to Quickly. Wide open 3. Front rim. He's really way off there. Barely got the front rim. And he's wide open. He's not at his best here again. LaMelo. Working on Abaji. Lobs it up to Bridges, who throws it down. Wow, impressive. Would I trade Ball for Quickly 1-for-1? Yes. Like, I'd trade quite a bit more than just Quickly to get him, to be honest. 8-0 run by the Hornets. They lead by 8 here. Quickly in the corner to Abaji, trying to disrupt it. Murray boils down low. He's stripped. It's out of bounds for a Hornets ball. And like I said, if an offense starts to kind of turn the screw, they can go on a run. And that seems to be what's happening here for the Hornets. 8-0 run up by 8 now. Darko calling a timeout, trying to talk this over, figure out what the hell is going on here. Raptors down by 8. And only 30 points, 18 minutes into the game. Raptors are 30% from the field, 13% from 3. It is certainly not going well here. One of 9, according to Michael in chat. 1 of 9 in this quarter as well. Not good. You know, of all like the negative kind of discourse around the Raptors this season, some of it warranted. We are 22-15. We haven't had a healthy Pirtle all season, really. RJ missed significant time. And through all that, again, we are 22-15. It absolutely could be a lot worse than it is. Things are pretty good, all things considered. This is supposed to be like a play-in team. We're 22-15. Hornets have our number, definitely, and they've been quite good as of late, to be fair. I honestly don't think the Raptors are supposed to be bad this year, though. They're 22-15. I wouldn't call that bad. I'd call that quite good, actually. You know, this is supposed to be a play-in team, and they're 2 games off of the 2 seed right now. Did the Raptors challenge again? Brandon's headed to the locker room. Oh, good gracious. Good Lord. Brandon Ingram's heading to the locker room here. This is not good news, obviously. Anyways. Did the Raptors challenge that and lose? I didn't see them challenge, but somebody correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. Knipple to sign James. Raptors have Jamison Battle in the game now. They've really struggled from 3. They're shooting 13% from 3 today. So looking for a spark from there, they brought in Jamison Battle. But it's the Hornets who keep the run going. 11-0 run for the Hornets, who lead by 11, their largest lead. Murray Boyles brings it back down to 9. The Hornets started the game up 11-2. The Raptors fought back to make it 14-14, and it's been relatively even since then. But the Hornets, after it got to 30-30, really opened it up and now lead by 9. LaMelo stopping on a dime in mid-range. Can't finish. LaMelo not playing well tonight, to be honest. I can't recall a made jump shot. Abaji trying to fight his way through 3 Hornets players. Doesn't go. Bats it out, though, to Walter, who finds Battle, who's way off on his open 3. Uncharacteristic. It was a really good look for Battle. You'd just expect him to make, and he's way off there. They challenged that and lost. Okay. So they've used up their challenge. I don't mind using challenges early. If you're going to be right, you may as well challenge, but got it wrong the second time. Yeah. 41-32. 4:49 to go in the second. Very low scoring in a tough one for the Raptors. Maybe I should have stayed away. Maybe I should have just kept watching on the couch. And Hall finishes off that set for the Hornets, and they're back up by double digits, out to 11. Shed driving, finding Walter for 3. And another good look goes begging. The Raptors are getting looks, and it is not going. And it looked like that should have been a Raptors ball, but they call it the Hornets way. Raptors cannot buy a 3. Goodness me. What are we shooting from 3 right now? We are 2 of 18 from 3. Good Lord. Shed defending James. Coming off a screen, Murray both switches onto him, and Hall tries to save the errant pass, and that was good defense by the Raptors. Was it 25-22 at half? So second half is 19-7 for the Hornets. That's rough. 7 points in 8 minutes for the Raptors here. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. That'd be pretty good in a football game, but not a basketball game. Barnes backing down Hall, turning around for 2. Okay, it goes, but I don't need to settle for those. Green to Salon. Driving, layup doesn't go, rebound. It's tied up. Should be jump ball here, and I think it will be. If it's in his legs, though, does he really have possession? That should be a Raptors ball. No, let's see. It's in his legs. I don't think you're allowed to do that. Okay, it is Raptors ball. Okay, yes, you are indeed not allowed to do that. That's a good rule. That's a good rule. First time it happened, they were probably like, there should be a rule for that. And there is now. Barnes, long range 2. Scotty, let's keep getting to the rim. Shed, short push shot, short one-handed, whatever you want to call it. It's off. Doesn't matter. Doesn't go. Another opportunity on offense goes begging for the Raptors. Knipple scores easily on this side. Raptors in a hole. Cannot get the offense rolling here. Down 11 once again. Barnes. There we go. Get to the rim. Draws the foul. Could have made it. Could have even gotten the and one there. But he's going to head to the line now. Hire a damn new trainer strictly for three-point shooting. There probably is one, to be honest. You can't just make a mediocre three-point shooting team be good at it. Really. I'll see if they're the worst. I'd be a bit surprised if we were the worst, to be honest. We're probably lower end. Raptors are 21st in the league in three-point percentage. Not where I expected. Salon to Bridges. Hornets looking to keep it going, up by 10 near the end of the half. Maury Boyles does well in defense. Out in transition. Quickly for 3. Front rim again. And RJ fouled on the rebound and won. Great job by Barrett as Quickly continues to struggle to find his range. Like Jack's saying, if you're open, you got to take the 3. It's a good shot. You got to take it. It just, at a certain point, your NBA players to start hitting 3s, which they haven't been today. And especially Quickly, who you pay a lot of money to hit 3s, way off on a couple of good looks. Barrett completes the three-point play at the line. And despite the struggles, the Raptors are only down by 7 with 2:23 to go in the second. They've eliminated the Hornets well. At least that's a positive. What if you're open and you're not a good shooter? What if the refs just said the game is over? Like, I don't know. What if anything? Yeah, Pirtle's open. He shouldn't fucking shoot it. But I tell you what, if Emmanuel Quickly's open for 3, he should shoot it every damn time. What if, like, I was playing? No, I probably wouldn't shoot it if I was open. What if this? What if that? Shoot it if you're open. Obviously, not if you're Jakob Pirtle. Except that one time. Quickly drawing a foul. Okay. A little aggression this time. Raptors is within 5, man. They've been bad, and they're right here. I don't know how they do it all the time. Quick is dog shit. Well, that's harsh. He's not been good, no. Part of my appeal of a Trae Young trade, on top of being a Trae Young supporter as a player, is you're upgrading this position significantly. There's not nothing to that. 7 run by the Raptors. They are only down 4 now. It looked like things were getting away from them, and no better time to go on a run than the end of the first half. Well, I mean, I guess the end of the game, but like psychologically speaking, going into half with a bit of a run momentum always feels good. Solon throws it away. It'll be over and back turnover by the Hornets. Solon, one of the draft picks in NBA history here, showcasing the talents. Wow. They have committed 11 turnovers. We have committed 3, and we're down by 4. That is a testament to how bad the Raptors' offense has been. It won't help with RJ taking shots like that. Quickly to the rim. Got a good look and finish. Tell you, it'll help. We'll get help with shots like that. What a play by Quickly there. 9-0 run by the Raptors. And they're down by 2. Barnes strips Sexton at half court. Going up strong and finishing at the rim to tie it up. The Raptors trailed 45-34. It's now tied up at 45. What a run, Toronto. Doing it without B.I., who's in the locker room as well. Knipple for 3. Drills it. Response. Barnes wanted the offensive foul. It is not coming his way. So we'll have to respond. 48-45. Shot clock, game clock separated by 6.5 seconds or so as Quickly slows things down. 10 on the shot clock now. Looking to create. Hand off to Barrett. Driving through a couple Hornets players. Then it's blocked by Diabate. Tough shot, man. Sexton under the rim finishes with ease. Would have liked a bit more resistance from Walter. Hornets. 5-0 run to end off the half. Potentially. Quickly, can he respond? No good on the 3. And he's well short again. I mean, put some fucking meat on these threes, Emmanuel. Every single one is so far off and so short. What are we, like, what is he aiming at here? That's 3 in a row that haven't even come close off the front rim. Good Lord. This is the guy we're paying to hit fucking shots. What is he? 1 of 6 from 3. Come on, man. There's a higher expectation of you than this. Anyways, halftime. I'm going to quickly run to the bathroom, get some water. When I come back, we'll go through the box score from the first half and get you ready for the second half as well. Don't go anywhere, everyone. I will be right back. Hey, while I'm gone, good opportunity for you to hit the like button. I just realized I don't have a be right back scene. I don't have a be right back scene because because I didn't build it. So just I don't know what to do. I don't have a scene ready. I forgot about this part. So 1 second. I'm gonna have to put some text on screen. I'm gonna center some text. Quickly go to the YouTube audio library to download our Be Right Back music. And then I can go to the bathroom. I forgot about this. All right. Now. Hang on. Don't worry. I'll give you guys the music you want. Now, I will be right back. The song just, I forgot to set it to loop. So I guess once the song was over, it just stopped and it was all silent. Sorry about that. Still working through the kinks of not having my normal setup, but this will become normal eventually, and we will get back to normal. Sorry, one sec, brother. One sec. Be right back. 10 seconds. All right. You stay. My dog's here. Hey, buddy. My dog's chilling down here. And being pretty well behaved. Being very well behaved. Okay, let's dig into what we saw from the first half. So, Raptors down 50-45. And you could definitely place a large portion of the reason they're down in this game on the shoulders of, first of all, Emmanuel Quickley, who, his shooting was really poor. At least he started to, get to the rim and find some impact there. And he's got 11 points. He's 4 of 9. But his defense has been poor, and he can't shoot. So much of what Emmanuel Quickley does on offense is dictated by his ability to shoot. And he's just not shooting the ball well this season. And he's not shooting the ball well here. Off the bench, Ochai Agbaji in 5 minutes was disruptive enough for it to be minus 11. He was flat out awful. It's becoming really tough to give any reasoning as to why Agbaji should play on a night-to-night basis. It's a little bit frustrating that we have to see him all the time when I'd probably be happier seeing Jamison Battle play. Even Jamison Battle played but misses 3. Really, Raptors should be down by more. They're shooting 33% from the field. They are shooting 10% from 3. They're literally 2 of 20 from 3. The Hornets are 10 of 21. The reason the game is only a 5-point game and not an extreme blowout is because they've turned the ball over 12 times. We've turned it over 3 times. We have 14 points off turnovers. They have 5. That is it. The Raptors have been awful tonight. They're getting outworked. They're getting outplayed, but they're hitting some shots. They're getting plenty of steals on defense. It wasn't for that, this would be a blowout. And the way the Hornets have blown us out already this season, I wouldn't put it past them doing it today as well. Hornets have had our number this season. They've beaten us twice. They could have beaten us a third time as well. Not so good here. Do I think Agbaji gets minutes to up his trade value? I do not. I don't think Darko is thinking about that. I think Darko is thinking about winning basketball games. That's all Darko, I think, is ever really worried about, unless there's a guy out for tanking purposes. Or, you rest guys in the fourth quarter. Really, Darko's priority is winning basketball games. He's going to play guys that help him win. If he didn't think Agbaji could help, he wouldn't play him at all. I would probably be at the point where I wouldn't play him at all, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I've always just felt like the coaches just got to make decisions to win games and not worry about the other stuff. Never change the stream about the start music that beats the ball. I really like that one, too. I'm not going to change that. To be honest, I could have set it up for today, but I don't have the animation file. So, again, it's pretty bare bones for the stream for the next little bit until I can get, hopefully, the files back. Oh, fuck. Wemby is playing tonight, so I need to change my lineup here. Man, my stupid ass started Royce O'Neal. Shed should be our starting point guard. He's been closing games lately, so it's not really about how you start. It's more about how you close. And there was a game where Shed closed and quickly did not. And kind of like that might be the way the Raptors got to go with things. Shit, dude. Just got rid of November, December, full beard at halftime. That feels good. I've never gotten rid of my beard and thought that feels good. Unless it's like, down to like a little bit past stubble. I've had it where it's like really long and I trim it and make it shorter. Then it gets like, okay, that's a bit of a relief. But I don't know what will ever make me go clean shaved again. IQ also admitted making good plays for teammates. Yeah, like he needs to make shots to be effective, and he's not making shots. That's what it comes down to this season. That is his game. His game relies on making shots, making threes, and he's not making threes nearly enough. What is he shooting? Like 35% this season? Like, good if you know what? That's good if your fucking game is not revolved around your ability to shoot threes. In his case, it is. So all this, move him to shooting guard. That's his position. He's not fucking playing well as a shooting guard either. The quickly thing has become quite alarming. Last year wasn't even that bad. It was a bit overblown. This year it's bad. He's not played well. Who do you think the Raptors should take for? You mean trade for? If you mean trade for, I'd be in on Trae Young, quite honestly. I didn't really watch IQ in New York. Did he cook off the bench or start? He was a sixth man of the year finalist. He came second in voting one year. But he was a good shooter there. I had him make a shooter this season. Here's our update on Brandon Ingram. Oh, good grief. Brandon Ingram is out and not returning for the rest of the game. So it looks like a thumb injury. A thumb injury for Brandon Ingram. Hopefully not something that keeps him out for, it shouldn't be something that keeps him out for an extended period of time, but it is going to keep him out for the rest of this high-scoring, high-octane game we got. 50-45 at the half. And the Hornets get started on offense here in the third. LaMelo Ball steps inside. Long floater. Gets his own miss. Pass off to Knipple in the corner for three. And, oof, you'd think he would have hit it, but he doesn't. Raptors catch a break. Raptors, diabolical from the field in the first half. Kept in it by forcing 4 times the amount of turnovers than they have committed. Here's quickly to Barnes. Driving and turning it over on the kick out after nearly turning it over on his previous pass. Bad start. LaMelo Ball for 3. He's got the laziest fucking form, man. You know what? If he was on the team, you'd probably piss me off if he shot like that. Bridges for 3. Got it. Raptors down by 8. They could be down by 20, to be honest, with the way they've played. So, kind of thankfully, they are not. Joey Walter starts the second half in Brandon Ingram's place, by the way. Murray Boyles down low to Barrett. Spins off Knipple. Tough shot for three. It's a tough shot mid-range, an air ball. Oh yeah, we are back. We are back just like we went in there. Oh jeez, I lost the earpiece in my ear, and I just moisturized, so I have no grip. There we go. That was gross. Sorry. Yeah, we're playing like shit still. Awesome. Hurt out. LaMelo Ball missed again. LaMelo Ball's playing like shit too. Jeez, if he was making shots tonight, if a few things were different, we'd be down by 20. As it is, we're down by 8. R.J. Barrett to Barnes, getting to the rim, doesn't finish. No call, wanted it. Barrett to Quickly, down low to Barnes again. This time gets the foul. And I like Barnes getting down low there rather than settling in mid-range, as he did a couple times in the first half. Started off like aggressive against rim. Since then, no. Yeah, 2 of 20 from 3 for the Raptors. That's just not going to win you a basketball game in 2026, is it? Would it win you a basketball game in 2022? 2019 even, maybe. Maybe earlier than that. Maybe you could get by, but not in 2026. I'll tell you that. But at the free throw line, he connects on both. 53-47. LaMelo. Nearly has it stolen by Murray Boyles. Driving. Trying to finish past the rookie, and does. Back to an 8-point game. Inside for Barnes. Knipple the defender. Zips it out to Barrett. Got a good look for 3, and the 3-point woes continue for Toronto. They get their own miss, thankfully. Barnes to Quickly. Wide open. Straightaway 3. It's nowhere close again. Like, it's not even like we're rimming out. Like, it's not even like Quickly's rimming him out, or, they're just not falling for him. He is way off on every 3 he's taking. Like, he isn't even fucking close on any of these 3s. Like, 3 in a row to end off the first half. He was so short off the front rim. And then he's like way off to the side. Like, how can you miss by that much when you're as good as he is, as good as he should be from 3? Another miss by Barnes from 3. Quickly mops it up and puts it back for 2. But it has been brutal from the Raptors. It has been brutal from Emmanuel Quickly shooting today. I think he's 1 of 7 from 3. And the last 4 in particular, just against Sigma, they have not even fucking sniffed going in for him. Good God. That's fucking bad. Now, that was bad. All right. We're back from the hiatus. It's time for the door shot. And I don't have the tracking up. I actually lost the tracking because it is saved on my previous computer, which is dead. Huh. I'll have to go back to the last stream and figure out what the door shot was, because I don't. We lost count. Anyways, I'll go for this one. See if I can make a shot. 17 straight 3s missed in a row. Call me the Houston Rockets. Except they missed 27 in a row. Can you imagine? Imagine how bad this feels. We missed 17 3s in a row here. The Houston Rockets missed 27 in a row in a Game 7. You think this is bad? Anyways, door shot time. Maybe I can make a shot here. Let's do it. Here we go. Damn. I had the line, just too strong. Oh. Let's get a good. Come on. No, all right, whatever. We'll leave it there. Not great, but first one back in a while. I'm rusty. I haven't done one in like 2 weeks. I'm a little rusty. So unfortunately, chance goes begging, and I'll have to figure out what the tracking is on the door shots. If you gave me, it's not like these quickly threes are contested. Quickly is wide open on all these. If you gave me these quickly attempts, I think I could do better than 1 of 7. And I'm not a good 3-point shooter, and he should be. And he makes his salary is I don't even know how much you'd have to multiply mine to equal his, to be honest. Let me check, actually. Ooh. Quickly's salary is more than 500 times mine. So I would hope he's making a bit more than he's making right now. Oh, man, these guys make so much fucking money. Imagine every paycheck I got was 500 times larger than what it is. Oh. Think my laptop crashing wouldn't be a problem. 1 minute of a game equals our salaries. It probably doesn't quite equate to that. More like a quarter, isn't it? A quarter of the game. Jeez. That's an unfortunate reality, isn't it? In about a quarter of the game, I think he makes more than my salary. If you only count like actual time on an NBA court as him getting paid, which obviously he does a lot of other things warrant his salary, in theory. Mel slips out of bounds. Raptors down 11, and it is starting to get ugly now, I think. Andre Silva says if it's a grade 1 thumb sprain, Ingram could be out 2 to 4 weeks. I think we're cooked if he's out for 2 to 4 weeks. Quickly, outside to Barrett. Going up with the left. Gotta tell you, RJ has been pretty poor tonight as well. Our RJ's... Woo-hoo! We're giving Quickly all this shit. RJ's 2 of 12, man. Quickly is... Quickly at least like 5 of 10. He's just not hitting threes. Sorry, 5-11. He's 1 of 7 for 3, though. RJ is 2 of 12, man. Another 3 missed. This time Walter again. The Raptors are 2 of 24 from 3. Barnes falls asleep on defense. Bridges open 3, doesn't go. Raptors fast break opportunity with Scotty Barnes. That's travel. Oh, they call a jump ball. I think they bailed him out there, to be honest. Shed and Mamu about to check in for the Raptors. Hopefully somebody can hit a 3. So how many in a row is that? Did they start the game 2 of 5 from 3? Can somebody have the number there? What did we start from 3? How many missed 3s in a row are we at now? So we've missed 19 in a row. So we started 2 of 5. 2 of 5 to start. 0 of 19 since then. Quickly. Defended by McNeely. Turnaround 2 for Quick. Well off the mark. Hornets, they might own us. They might own us. LaMelo. Great defense by Murray Boyles on LaMelo. Diabate still is able to scoop it in over Scotty. And we're down by 13. I think that's the largest lead. Murray Boyles off the Barnes lob. That was lazy. Kind of bail out of it. RJ down to the rim. Finishes. And he's up to 3 of 13 now. 62-51 for the Hornets. Hornets team that blew out the Oklahoma City Thunder by, it was 27 the other day. They've been on the up, certainly. Hornets are solid. They've definitely got some play-in potential in this East. They've been good lately. Shouldn't mean we play this bad, but they've been good lately. Like, there's definitely a losable game. Nice pass by Murray Boyles to RJ. 2 in a row for him. He's 4 of 14. Who makes the next Raptors 3? Let's go with Grady Dick when he comes off the bench. Diabate, layup, no good. Raptors in transition with Quick, and he's blocked by McNeely. Good goal. I mean, I never thought he was going to score. That was the thing there. Barrett finishes again. He's got 3 in a row. Quickly on that fast break, I never thought he was going to score. You know that? There wasn't a point of that fast break where I was like, oh, yeah, I'll do this, he'll score. I always thought he's not going to score this. Timeout Raptors. Darko, hate that fucking face he makes when they're losing. Just trying to figure out what's going on. Like, what? Fucking hate it. God. Sky looks very disengaged right now. Another bad sign. A lot of negative signs coming from this game here, I must say. And they're only down by 9. Like, they're one mini run away from being right in it. One mini run from being just right there in the game, which they've done this season as well. How are we only down by 9? We are 8% from 3. They are 44. We are 33% from the field. They are 43. 3 more offensive rebounds and 9 less turnovers. Go a hell of a long way here. Man, this is astonishing. This is an astonishing number. 2 of 24. I don't know what to tell you, man. I'll update on here. I don't think there'll be an update until either later tonight or tomorrow. Scored 80 first half of last game. What a bizarre team. I mean, Hawks, we've had their number. We've done well with them this year. The Hornets have been locked in on defense lately. And they've got us today. All right. When will the Raptors hit another three tonight? Will Toronto hit another three? Mahmoud took a practice one. It didn't look like it was going in there, so I don't know. What happened to Ingram? He hurt his thumb. Why don't they try to play Mo Bamba? Because a player has to be on your roster to play in a game for your team. Mo Bamba, not on the Raptors roster. And I got to tell you, Mo Bamba would not solve the problem today. Raptors defense has been okay. Their rebounding has been good. Mo Bamba would not fix this. I promise. And he's also not contracted to an NBA team at the moment. He is a free agent. Well, he's in the G League. Another foul call against the Raptors. You're 64-57. Five points off the bench for the Raptors tonight, too. Just nothing clicking on offense at all. And you got to give credit to the defense as well. Abaji fires it out. Deflected to Battle. Now Shed. Mamu for three. Yes. Yes. They hit one. They hit one. For the first time in 20 attempts, the Raptors have made a three. Hang the banner. Schedule the parade. We have hit a three. And we're only down by 6. Only down by 6. It's just crazy. So Emmy says, do you think Trae Young would fit the Raptors? I do, actually. Yeah. McNeely to the rim. Fouled by Grady Dick again. Awful game, but we're right there. And we've had a lot of awful games where we've won. So let's hope this is another one. IQ and 2 first-round picks. I honestly think I would. Like, it'd have to be other filler in there, obviously. I actually think I would. 2 is like... 2 makes me nervous. I'd pretty comfortably give away Quickly and, like, Grady Dick and 1 first. That's comfy for me. That's not a worry for me. Jack and Matt reacted to the 3 as if they're in the chat with us. Yeah, it was pretty similar. Yeah. Yeah, Abaji, Grady Dick, and a Quickly and a first sign me up today. Battle throws it down at the rim. Raptor within 5. They've been awful. They have just been truly an abomination of a basketball team tonight. And they're down by 5. .242 to go in the third. Shed has it. Hand off to Battle. Now Grady. Outside for Shed. Now Mamu. Back to Shed for 3. Doesn't go. Rebound. Abaji. Got to score that. Okay. Gets the second miss and does score that one. And the Raptors are within 3. They're down by 13. They have 5 bench players on the court right now. And they're down by 3. Hall to McNeely. Now Sexton. Shot clock at 4. Sexton for 3. Off the mark. Rebound Grady Dick. Outlets to Shed. He's got some room. He gets to the rim. And it's a 1-point game. What a play there by Shed. Nice screen by Mamu. And it's 67-66. The Raptors have fought essentially all the way back here. Wow. We're doing something here. Bench finally kicking into gear. They had a rough first half. Bench now, I think 5 first half points for the bench. Bench scoring is now up to 14 for the Raptors. Granted, Ingram's out and they're getting more play time, but still. Raptors shooting 12% from 3, 36% from the field. Are only down by 1 point in this game. Bench care. I don't know about that, but third quarter they've been good. And we're right here again. So let's keep it going. Oh my goodness. How are we here? Don't know how we are, but we are. We're here. Yeah, Ingram, we're in some shit if Ingram's hurt for a while. 15-3 run for the Raptors. And they're within 1. Knipple for 3. Doesn't go. Hall goes right over top of Shed for the rebound and finishes. PJ Hall outworking our team today. What is going on? 1:20 to go in the third. 69-66. Shed. Outside to Mamu for 3. And it was off right out of his hands. You could see it. Right out of his hands, it was no good there. Air ball off to the left. Hornets basketball under their own rim, and here they come again. Hall to Knipple. Defended well by Shed. Doubled by Abaji, but it leaves Sexton open for 3, and he makes no mistake. Don't know if we needed to double as aggressively as that, Abaji. But we did, and they made us pay. That's a foul. No? Should have been a foul in Salon. Don't call, so Abaji has it. Flips it up to Shed. 7 on the shot clock. Got to find some room. Nice pass down low to Mamu, who's blocked by Knipple. Good defense. Don't foul him, Mamu, and then he fouls him. Why foul him? It didn't look like a foul against Knipple. That he fouls at half court. I don't know if it's bonus. If it is, it's inexcusable. Looked like he got the ball to me. That's it. Unless I missed something, it didn't look like a problem. Knipple in mid-range off the glass, doesn't go. Tips his miss out to Sexton. Now McNeely for 3. Off the mark. Hall with another offensive rebound. And it'll end off the third. Raptors down. 70. I thought it was 72-66. Yeah, okay, got corrected. 72-66. They are down, and they have no business. They have no business being in this game here. Quickly's 5 of 13. He's 1 of 7 from 3. He's been awful tonight. Murray Boyle's not dominating scoring-wise, but in other ways, he's putting up some good numbers. Scotty Barnes, 6 of 12 here. Most of that kind of early on. He started the game really well and has kind of tailed off since. Barrett started the game really poorly. Since then, he's made 3 shots in a row, but he's only 5 of 15 from the field. He's 0 of 5 from 3. Kind of the name of the theme of the game is missing threes for the Raptors. Abaji's been brutal. But the bench had some good moments there to get the Raptors kind of back into it, and it gives them a fighting chance for the fourth. But what just happened? But at the end of the day, it's not going to cut it shooting 3 of 27 from 3, is it? Like, you're just not going to win games like that. Raptors shooting 3 of 27 from 3. 35% from the field. They're just out-rebounding Charlotte. They have 3 more offensive rebounds. They've committed 11 less turnovers. That is it. That is why they're even within a shot of winning this game. But they are within a shot of winning this game. If they can put together a good fourth quarter here, they win this game. They've done enough to hang around and stay in it to at least a small degree. We'll see if they can finish the job here. If you guys are enjoying the stream so far, please make sure you hit the like button. We're marking the return to content here after being away for a week and a half due to my laptop dying and I don't have another one. So I had to buy a whole ass computer to hang out with you guys. So support the channel, support me, hit the like button. I'm not going to do any news-related streams this week as I try and get everything set back up to normal, but I would appreciate if you hit the like button and subscribe so that when the news-related stuff comes back, you're there for it. And I'll still be doing watch parties in the meantime. I think I'm back on Friday and I think Friday, Sunday, Monday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Friday, Sunday, Monday, I'll be here for watch parties. So stay tuned for that. Shed. Attacking and going off the glass and finishing. Nice play by Jamal Shed, trying to put the onus on himself to get going a bit here. Ball down to Diabate, stripped by Mamu. Pass it off to Shed. Now Barnes. It's Barnes, Barrett, Shed, Mamu, Abaji, the 5 for the Raptors. Barnes trying to work on Diabate, who's provided him problems all night and more problems there. Another miss by Barnes. Ball to McNeely. They're on the floor with Knipple, Diabate, and Salon. LaMelo, 5 in the shot clock. Gonna hoist something up or fight his way to the paint. Doesn't go, but gets his own miss as Abaji got caught napping. What the hell was that, man? Shed in the paint. Puts it up and just rims out on the floater. Rebound Salon, and he's fouled by Mamu, who is boiling over with some of the officiating here. Is it possible to do a duo podcast? Hey, my DMs are open, you know? That's what I got to say about that. LaMelo bringing it forward for the Hornets again. Diabate. Defended by Barnes. Diabate to the rim. He's fouled. Raps down by 6. 10-18 to go, and Diabate now to the line. Thank you, Pickleball Pat. Little more for the laptop fund. Appreciate it. Your efforts do not go unnoticed. 7668. Hey, you don't have to. I very much appreciate the super chats. It helps out a lot. But all you got to do is hit the like button, really. All you got to do is watch. I mean, you're already here. But you can like as the Raptors, again, caught out. Diabate finishes. It's a 10-point game. 78-68 for the Hornets. And it's tough. When you're playing this poorly, it's tough to see the road back. But they're not out of it. They're not completely out of it. Far from it. Yeah, this is bad. I'm finding it tough to stay engaged in this game with how bad it is, to be honest. They've been awful tonight. Tired of being owned by the Hornets. Well, this is it. It's our last time playing them, so don't got to worry about them anymore after today. I think that's it, right? This is their fourth game against them, so. But the game isn't done yet. There's still time. There's still 10 minutes to make up 10 points. That's more than enough time to make up 10 points. A lot more than enough. We can still come back here. How long do you think BI will be out for? I'm not a doctor. Nor do I know the severity of the injury. So, you're asking the wrong guy, unfortunately, Matucci. Lost 30 on this. No lunch for you tomorrow. It'll be over soon. We still do it. We can still do it. That's the big thing. We could still do it. Remember, we're 22-15. If they lose, it's a 22-16. Things, again, I keep saying, things could be a lot worse than they are. Oh, Scotty Barnes is heading to the locker room as well. Great. Great. What a day. What a day it's been. What a day we're having. Ingram might play on Sunday. Never know. He might not. Nobody knows the severity of the injury except for maybe a Raptors doctor in the locker room right now. Knipple for 3. Off the mark. Rebound. Can't take it down. Knipple. Diabate with opportunities. None seized upon. And it's still an 8-point game. 78-70. Quickly in the game. Tamamu in the corner. Backing down LaMelo. Finds CMB. Barrett driving. And he's blocked. Smothered by Diabate, who the Raptors have had really no answer for this season, let alone tonight. Was it an ankle injury? It was a thumb injury, actually. And you're trying to bowl your way to the rim, and Diabate is smothering everything, but then, you look and you're shooting 3 of 27 from 3. There's just not a lot of ways you expect to score here. Down by 8, 9-11 to go. 78-70. Like, you're not going to get 100 tonight unless there's overtime. And even then, you may not get it. It's just been really been a poor showing by Toronto. Hornets definitely, they're talking about it now. I said it earlier. Hornets definitely a chance to make a run for the play-in tournament in the playoffs. They've been excellent lately. And not really an offense today, but their defense is certainly showing it. Salon. Off the glass, no good. Rebound by CMB. Out to Quickly. 1 of 7 from 3 tonight. Sets back and finds Shed. Kick out to Quickly. Wide open 3 again. This time, finally, Emmanuel Quickly hits one. 78-73. Sexton with it. Raptors 4 of 28 from 3 now. Knipple out to Sexton. Shed in front. Sexton rims it out. RJ saves it. Finds Mamu with the Raptors. Right there within 5. Amidst all the poor play. They're within 5. Quickly driving. Finds an open lane and finishes off the glass. And it's a 1-possession game in Charlotte again. 7-0 run by the Raptors. Ingram in the locker room. Out for the rest of the game. Barnes in the locker room currently being evaluated. Pirtle out for this game. Raptors 4 of 20 from 3. All that going against them. They're within 3 in the fourth quarter here. Sexton to Salon in the corner. Hounded by Quickly. Zips it up for a long 3 by McNeely. It's a shot clock violation. And the Raptors defense holds firm again. Looked like they may have hit the rim, so the Hornets may actually get the ball back here. I don't know if this is reviewable. If they could review it, I think that hit the rim. So saying no shot clock violation because the ball at the rim. I from my initial viewing, it did look like that was the correct call. So Hornets ball, 13 on the shot clock, but it's stolen right away by Barrett, who's got a wide open lane, except he stops. And then McNeely catches up to him, and then he fouls him on the floor. Why did he not shoot that? Why did you not shoot that? Get your body in front of him. Get your body in front of him and fucking make that layup, man. What is this shit? You're too good for this. You got to collect 2 points. On that play, you have got to collect 2 points in that play. So fucking scared about getting blocked by fucking Liam McNeely. You got to fucking score that. Barrett out to Quickly. Quick driving. And somehow deflects its way to Mamu into the rim and gets the 2 points we wanted anyways. Crisis averted. 7:18 to go. The Raptors are within 1. It's a 9-0 run. 9-0 run by the Raptors. Bridges. To Sexton. Driving past Shed. And drawing the and 1. Wow, a lot of fouls. So Hornets in the bonus with 7:03 to go in the fourth. That's not good. Sexton completes the 3-point play, which puts them up by 4 points. Quickly. With Sexton defending. Now to CMB. Barrett. Sion James all over him. Barrett. Zill finds a way. off the glass to finish. 2-point game. Bridges. To Sexton. Doesn't go. Gets his own miss, though. Also doesn't go. Rebound flies out too quickly. Raptors can take the lead here. Quickly to CMB. Back to Quickly. Diabatello. Don't want that smoke. Out to RJ for 3. And he connects. And he's rolling. And the Raptors, against what has been they played terribly tonight. Somehow they lead 82-81. I don't understand it. I don't know how they're here, but they are. They're up by 1. This is no Pirtle at all tonight. Ingram left in the first half. Scotty Barnes left in the second half. They've shot horrifically from 3 tonight. I think they're now 5 of 29 from 3. And they're up 82-81 here. I don't know how we've done it, but we've done it. 6:10 to go to hang on to this. Wow. Damn, Clutch ditched the Emmanuel Quickly commercials. Can't say I blame him. Man, we talk a lot about bad movie trailers we see. Here's another one. Primate. Man. That looks awful. That looks horrible, dude. I'll admit it's now been a 2 Scotch night. God, I'd love to have a drink right now, but gotta be, like I said earlier, gotta be healthier after the holidays. Gotta get back in the routine. All right, well, 82-81. RJ, after an abysmal first half, is now putting together an exceptional second half. He's 8 of 19. I think he's made 6 of his last 7 shots. I think he's 6 of 7 in the second half. But it's quickly struggled from 3. He's 7 of 15 with 18 points. Barnes has struggled in the second half. He's 6 of 13 with 17 points, though. He may not return tonight. We'll see. We're here. Bench has stepped up second half after a really rough first half. And it's been enough to keep in this game. We'll see when the Hornets get one of their stronger lineups back in to close the game, when Knippel's in the game, if this can keep going. But the Raptors have battled and grafted enough to be in a winnable position. All right. Bridges to Hall. Now James finds Knippel. Raptors rolling with Walter. CMB quickly. Barrett Mamu. James under the rim for the Hornets. He's fouled and heading to the line. I think if that's on Mamu, that's his 5th. That's on Walter, so that's okay. It's just his first. We're good. So James the line can give the Hornets the restored advantage here. Good foul. You're right. If you're gonna foul. James drills the free throw. Now quickly on it for the Raptors. Hand off to RJ. Finding some room. going up with the left, getting the roll, and Raptors back up again. 84-83. Knipple. Driving, putting it up with the right. Doesn't go. CMB has it. Now we can extend the lead. What's the largest lead we've had today? I don't know. Is it 1? No, we led by 5, I think, at one point. Or at least 3. Barrett drawing the foul and 1. 86-83 Raptors. Chance to make it 87. What a second half from RJ Barrett when the team needed it. Whew. 6. Well, it's hopefully 4 after this. It's not, of course. RJ the line. All right, less than 5 to go. Sexton coming over half court. CMB hits the deck, wants a foul, no call. James throws it under for Sexton. That's just horrible defending. How is he that open quickly? Too easy. Too easy. Back to a 1-point game. CMB to Barrett. He's feeling it. He's got the hot hand. He's going for it again. Up with the left this time. He cannot finish. Hall has the rebound for the Hornets. Sexton to Knipple. Driving in the corner for James. Mamu hits the deck. Hall down low. They cannot stop him. He finishes, and that's a bad foul, too. Nowhere close to getting a stop there. It's a bad foul by CMB. He wants a challenge, I think. The Raptors do not have a challenge. So it's 87-86 Hornets now. Yeah, Mamu just slipped. Where's the foul? Where's the foul? I'm sorry, I don't see a foul there. Not much CMB can do there. At the line, he misses his free throw. So a little ball don't lie. 87-86. Barnes, I haven't seen any word on if Barnes will return, but he hasn't yet, so I don't think he will. Mamu to quickly. Sidestep. 3 is up. No good. Rebound. CMB. Huge offensive rebound. Extra possessions have been keeping the Raptors in it, and it could potentially get them over the line. Mamu for 3. This would be big, and he drills it for the Raptors. 89-87. Sandro Mamukelishvili in the clutch, knocking one down. Now a foul against Shed. Another soft one against the Raptors, man. That's 6 on Shed, and we cannot afford to lose a guy right now. So Shed is out of the game. Fouled out. Ingram's out with injury. Barnes is out with injury. Shed out now. Soft calls. A lot of soft calls today, but the Raptors will have to survive without him now. Oh, it's his 5th. They scared me there. Sorry. Matty D with the bait. I'm sorry. Matty D said it was his 6th. The correction is it is his 5th. So he will have to watch himself now. Hornets have been in the bonus for the last 3.5 minutes. So capitalize once again there. And the game is tied at 89. Barnes is back with the bench. Not sure what his condition is. I'm sure if he was healthy, he'd play. So we'll see. We'll get an update on Scotty in just a sec. But for now, there's 6 seconds of the shot clock for Barrett, looking to find a downhill route. Nope. Going ISO against Knipple. Step back 3. Way off the mark. Rebound. Deflects. Yo, Bridges touched that. Am I losing my mind? Garrett Temple agrees. Did Bridges not touch that? It looked like he did. If he did, man, we have been getting burned by the officials here. Sexton to Knipple. Shed can't foul him. Misses the three. Rebound Bridges. Sexton open for three. That's lazy, guys. That's very, very lazy. Easy weak side rebound. And then Sexton's wide open for three. Come on, man. Quickly. Down three now. Step back. Doesn't go. Man, when you've been shooting it like shit all night, I do wonder if that was the right decision. When you personally have been shooting it like shit all night, it does make me wonder. Knipple stops in mid-range, finds room, but cannot finish. And a good timeout by Darko to try and get Barnes back in the game. We have word. Scotty Barnes is available to return. It looks like he is about to check in at the conclusion of this commercial break. 1:48 to go for the Raptors to... I've said a lot this season. They've pulled a win out of their ass. I think this would be the largest ass-pulling win. Because they've been awful tonight, really. We'll see if Scotty Barnes can spark it, too. Good to know he's back. It should hopefully bode well for him playing the next game. Brandon Ingram, we'll see. He's out. He's out tonight. He left in the first half. Did not return. There's a chance still. There's a chance still to snatch this one. What can the Raptors cook up in this timeout? All right. Back in. I'm going to close the chat to avoid spoilers. Forgive me. And here we go. Shed, quickly. Mamu, Barnes, and Barrett. Shed to Barnes. Right back in the game. Over top to Diabate. And it just spills out. Ball. Raptors need to stop here. Taking his time. Knipple goes screen. Step back over top of Barrett. Way off. LaMelo's really struggled tonight. We'll take that. Quickly to Mamu. To Barrett. Raptors need something. RJ attacking Knipple. Off the glass and one! RJ Barrett in the biggest moment comes up with the goods and can tie it at the line. What a play. How did he get that off? How did he get it in? What a play by RJ. Wow. Wow. Barrett at the line finishes. It's tied up at 92. 92-92. Less than 50 seconds to go. Bridges. For the shot clock. Going at Mamu. And a foul called. He's at a tough whistle in the second half, man. Mamu's getting everything called against him. So it'll send Bridges to the line. They're in the bonus. Let me see. That's a foul. Okay, that's a foul. My bad. That's a foul. Yep. So Briz to the line. Makes the first. He's a good free throw shooter. Second free throw's also good. Raptors down 2. Will they go fast? Will they look for a 2-for-1? Early indication is no. Raptors not electing to go 2-for-1. RJ Barrett driving. Got players all over him. Fadeaway 2. Oh my goodness, what a play by RJ Barrett. 94-94, fades away through some stingy defense by Bridges. Keeps the Raptors alive, but they need to stop. LaMelo Ball, sizing up the opportunity, driving, finding room off the glass, and puts it in with 1.6 to go. He just burned him up top. Burned him up top. Who was even defending him? Unreal second half from Barrett. Could come up to nothing. It was quickly just got burned, man. Late help. Quickly got burned. Late help by Mamu. And LaMelo's got too much talent for that. All right, well, got to come up with something in 1.6 seconds. Raptors advance the ball. And you're going to have to hoist up a miracle. They almost got that miracle against Denver on New Year's Eve. But we'll see. We'll see here. So, what is the inbound play? Can the inbound play not be give the ball to a guy and pray? Can we actually try to scheme a open-ish look for someone? I mean, who takes it? I mean, do you give the hot hand Barrett? Do you go for who should be your best shooter quickly? All right, so the Hornets call timeout now. They see what the Raptors have drawn up. Now they're going to talk it over. Looks like they're bringing in Salon to get some extra length in. I'm thinking Raptors are going to shoot for the win. They could, of course, elect to try and tie. Whatever's open. Man, I'm just going through some. Man, they've had us this season. Even the game we beat them, like they almost beat us. Took like some big plays late to make it happen. All right, let's do it. Last play of the game potentially. Well, they got Salon in just to defend the inbound. So Mamu's going to inbound. They're going to get it to quickly. He's got some space for the win. Oh, my God! Emmanuel quickly puts it in at the buzzer. The Raptors throw up a prayer, and it's answered. Oh, my God! They played so poorly. Quickly could not buy a 3 all night. And with 1.6 to go, he launches one for the win. The Raptors. Oh my God. 97-96 win. Unbelievable stuff. They got him just enough space to get it off. And he silences the Charlotte crowd. Oh my God. Oh my God. What? I have the chat closed. What is the chat saying right now? Woo! From out of nowhere, everybody. Oh my God. Emmanuel quickly gets it off. The Raptors have won 3 in a row. 97-96. And that will put a huge gloss over what was a really poor night by this team. But yet again, they have found a way. They have found a way to come through and still win it. Let's dive into what we saw, break it down in a little bit of a post-game recap now. Hey, if you're enjoying, please, please, please take a second. Hit the like button. Oh, my goodness. we haven't had a true buzzer beater like that in a while. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Let's dig into it, though. The Raptors, as I said when it happened, the Raptors were poor tonight. The Raptors were bad. They were real bad tonight. I really am trying to search for how on earth they managed to win this game, because they did not deserve it. They really did not deserve it. But some heroics in the end get it done, I suppose. I mean, really what it comes down to, I guess, the Raptors loaded up on extra possessions here. The Hornets could not keep the ball. For most of the game, the Raptors were up in offensive rebounds. That went away a bit late. Hornets 16 offensive rebounds, the Raptors 15. The biggest stat, like the only reason the Raptors win this game, they commit 6 turnovers, which is extremely good, extremely low, and they force 18, which is good. But the differential there, 12 turnover difference. That is why we're sitting here right now with the Raptors winning, because they were bad. The late flurry of threes gloss over what was an awful shoot. I mean, 21% from 3 is awful, but the Raptors were 4 of 24 from 3 at one point, just ridiculously bad. But they got enough stops from the Hornets, who only shot 39% from the field. They went a little bit cold late, and with Barnes missing much the second half, Ingram missing most of the game, only played 11 minutes, R.J. Barrett took control in the second half. I think he started the game 2 of 12 from the field, which means he finished the game, I think he went 10 of 11 in the second half, R.J. So took a bad performance, turned it into an amazing one. 12 of 25, 28 points, 3 of 5 from the line, 7 rebounds. Clutch buckets late, too, to go with. Like, clutch bucket after clutch bucket late to go with it as well. Barnes started hot, tailed off, but had 17. Quickly, couldn't buy a 3, man. He was 2 of 10 before the buzzer beater. Was finding ways to score. I thought it was overall a really poor performance from Emmanuel Quickly. That buzzer beater will really mask over what was a not great night from him and a really bad night from the Raptors. But second half, RJ takes control. The bench, who I think had 5 first half points, step up big time. The bench finishes with 19 points. Mamu, huge off the bench, 10 points, plus 10. Shed, plus 8 in his minutes. Abaji was terrible, but the rest of the bench was pretty good. It was decent. I mean, really, honestly, just Mamu and Shed. Walter wasn't great. Grady Dick did nothing. Abaji was shit. Battle didn't do much. I mean, this goes down in history as a Raptors win, but I just, the more you look into it, the more you wonder how on earth they did it. But they did do it. They did do it. The Hornets will probably rue some mistakes. I mean, honestly, if you're looking for reasons the Hornets lost, you got to point fingers at Knipple and Ball. LaMelo Ball plus 17, 7 of 20 though. Looked very nonchalant in that one. I don't know how he's plus 17. I felt like he was bad tonight. He was plus 17. Plus minus didn't tell you everything. Knipple 4-17. Started well, couldn't get his shot going. I really like the Salon minutes because he truly is one of the picks in NBA history because he was minus 15. The Raptors feasted on him all night. No Pirtle. Ingram plays 11 minutes. Barnes misses a chunk of the second half. The Raptors shoot terribly, but still find a way in those circumstances to win. And like I said earlier, 3 wins in a row. You know, we're into this tough part of the schedule. You know, you go back to this, and I've missed quite a few streams as a result of my laptop dying and needing to get a new one, and it taking a while to arrive. After this Washington loss, you know, you look at the schedule: Golden State, Orlando, Denver, Atlanta, Charlotte, who've been playing really well lately. You do like look at it like this is daunting. Like, how are we gonna come through this? But as bad as it was from a performance tonight, the Raptors have won 5 of 6 since the Washington loss. They beat Golden State with a nice comeback. They beat a tough Orlando team. Honestly, the most winnable game was the Denver one against their basically G League team, and they beat us 106-103. You beat Atlanta again both times. You beat Charlotte here. Raptors improved to 23-15. They pulled another one out of their ass. It's been very impressive how all season they've just found ways to win. And you know, my thoughts have wavered on, you know, is winning games you're not playing well a sign of a good team or a bad team that it's going to catch up to them at some point? I don't know, but we're enjoying the ride. They continue to win. People have complained. I complained. There's stuff that's not going right. But at the end of the day, the Raptors are 23-15. They came into the day 2 games off the 2 seed. It's going pretty well for the Raptors right now. And I think we should leave it at that. Reminder, like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more content just like this. No Raptors Happy Hour for the time being. But, hey, there'll be plenty of watch-alongs coming up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay, I was going to finish. I just seen word in the chat. Trae Young has indeed been traded tonight. Okay. So it is not to the Raptors. We go to Shams Charania of ESPN. Let me see. Trae Young is heading to Washington as predicted. It is going to be CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert. We will wait to see if draft capital is added on top of that. Wow. So CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert were left out today with injuries. That was the expectation. I haven't seen him say there's no picks. Are for real no picks? I mean, there's no picks. Fuck, man, we should have been in on this one. No picks. That's great. I know people are kind of down on Trae Young right now, but that is a stunning return for the Wizards. They gave away CJ McCollum, who sucks and makes too much money. Corey Kispert, who's like, 8th or 9th guy in rotation. And they got Trae Young. Like, that is all-star caliber player on a year-to-year basis, man. Wow, that's pretty stunning. Wow. All right. So I would have liked to have been in on that one for sure, but he gets the move to his preferred destination, and that's all there is to it. Not going to the Raptors. we move. All right, that'll do it for the stream. So again, stream is kind of bare bones right now. I am so frustrated with the company I have used to fix my laptop. I just want the SSD card so that I can get my memory and I can get the files back to make the stream better. So for the time being, I'm just gonna roll with watch-alongs. We'll have a watch-along on Friday, Sunday, and Monday. And Raptors Happy Hour will make its return on Monday for the next couple days, though we're just going to stick to watch-alongs while I try and get back up to speed and get everything onto my new computer here. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for remembering me. Thanks for not ditching me while I was gone for the holidays and gone while my laptop was cooked. I hope to see you on Friday. If you enjoyed, hit the like button. Subscribe for more content. We'll see you again next time.